Badagry was founded 1425. So slavery started in Badagry 15 centuries, and he lasted for 300 to 400 years before it was abolished. So at my right side here we have the grave of the chief control Badagry during the period of slave trade. So his name Chief Sumbo Mobi. He died October 16, 1893. So during this life of this chief, slavery stopped in Badagry 1886. After slavery lasted for 300 to 400 years before it was abolished. So Chief Sumbo Mobi's father eventually participated in the days of slavery. So he's the one nicknamed Mobi by the white men because Kolanut was called Obi in Yoruba. So that time the chief was an illiterate. He cannot speak English very well. He communicates with Yoruba and Ogun. Ogun is a local language that we do speak here in Badagry. So whenever the white people came to buy slave, he always offered them with a kola. So this is the kola nut. So we preserve this. So spoke with them in Yoruba. Emu obije. Emu obije means take kola nut and eat. But the white people, they couldn't pronounce his name well. That's why they calling him Chief Mobi, Chief Mobi, Chief Mobi. That's where the name Mobi came out. The one buried here survived his father. He took over after the death of his father, worked with the missionaries, and slavery stopped through in 1886. So this is the chief traditional staff of office during his lifetime. So whenever the chief wants to go out, one of his daughters will hold this. She will be at the front taking it. So whoever hears the noise, they know that the chief is going out. If this man Jumidi is on the way, man will prostrate, woman will kneel down. So that's showing the sign of respect to the chief. Then, so at my left side here we have the shackles, which is the chain used on slaves during the days of slavery. And this instrument here was brought in by the white men to here around 16th century, roughly 500 to 600 years now. This very chain that you're seeing here. So during the holding days, all this environment used as a slave corridor. Slave was brought from outside Badagry, from interland like Oyo, Oshogbo, Abeokuta, Ibadan. We have slave market here in Badagry called Vleketed Slave Markets. That's the name of the market. The market was established 1502. So in the market, in each market day, 300 slaves were being sold in a day, 17,000 per annum. So after auctioning the slave, any slave handed over to the white men, they have this around their neck, just like this. So they lock it with padlock. Another person will have this, another person, and they'll be on a single farm. So this will guide them not to run away while working on sugarcane plantation. And these will be around their neck for good 18 hours every day. So after fixing these around the neck, this was fixed on two people's leg like this. One person's leg will be here, another person's leg. They lock it to padlock, and two of them continue walking, going at the same time at once. So this is used on slave children, which is slave babies, to guide their children not to disturb their parents while working on sugarcane plantation. They join their hands together like this, they lock down with padlock while their parents busy working on the farm. So this is used on stubborn adults who refuse to work on the farm. They force his hands by force up to his wrist. They remove this screw, hang the person up on a tall tree with one hand while his leg will be dangling. Punishment for the stubborn slave. So this is used for their mouth to prevent those slaves not to eat or to talk to the one another while working on sugarcane plantation. So this was used for two purposes. The first purpose is they put this into a fire. When it is very hot, they use it to make a hole here, then hole here. It will be both up and down leaks. After that, now fix this. Draw the lips out, unlock it to padlock like this. So it will guide them not to eat or to talk to the one another while working on sugarcane plantation. So the second purpose of using this is any slave trying to run away or any slave rebel against the white rule against the law in capture. They use this part to punch his foot, as in his foot will be on top of the falling tree in the farm like this, and then nail it down. So if you watch a movie called The Root, that is Kentakunte movie, you know what I'm talking about. So we call this cannon gun. So this cannon gun shot 3 times in a day, because during the period of slavery there was no time that they're taking the slave down to the farm to work. Second one in the afternoon, they have been arrived from the farm. Third one in the night, that's a curfew. Everybody must remain indoors. Anybody caught after the third shooting will face the consequences, mainly so happened to slavery, because during the olden days, all this environment used as a slave corridor. So slaves used to spend like 3 months within this environment before the white men shipped them away to the countries like Cuba, Jamaica, West Indies, Brazil, Europe, Portugal, America, different places like that. So this is the money spent in those days. Cowrie share. Cowrie is only recognized within ourselves in Africa by the white people. They couldn't recognize this as money. So in order for them to buy slave, they practice trade by barter. So they have to bring things like gunpowder, iron, cotton, mirror, umbrella in exchange of slaves. So unlike then, a bottle of whiskey in exchange of 10 Hebrew men. So right here, this is what the slaves drink water. When the slave arrived from the farm, they fill water, they tie their hands the back, open their mouth plug, and ask them to bend and they drink like dog and animals. No cup. And these pages up here show the negotiation process to the point of no return. So behind me here, this instrument here, they are royal musical instruments found in royal families here in Badagry. So whenever King of Badagry or Chief of Badagry have any ceremony, women use this. So women will hold this string, pulling it, then we sing in our own dialect, which is Ogun, singing down and making melodious sound to the tunes of the musical instrument. While some of the women hold this gong, beating it, so it has a different sound. So behind me here also, we also have the statues of one of the castrated slaves, because then they do castrate some of the male slaves. In order for them not to sleep with a boss wife, they remove their testes. Unlike this, stubborn castrated slave begging for forgiveness. So here also, this is how the slavery was eradicated in different parts of the world. British West Indies 1833, Australia 1861, United States of America 1863, Brazil 1888, Africa 1870, Badagry in Nigeria 1886. After slavery lasted for 300 to 400 years before it was abolished. And this also shows the last set of people who have been exporting to the point of no return. So finally, this painting is here called a story called Agia tree in Yoruba. In our own native language or local language, we call it Asinsotin, while in English they call it Venven tree. Under the shade of Venven tree, Christianity was first preached in the whole Nigeria, here Badagry, in the year 1842 by Thomas Beth Freeman and Henry Townsend. The first Christmas service in Nigeria was celebrated under the shade of the tree. The tree later fell down in 1959, and before the tree fell, we spent up to 350 years. Something like this was made here now as a cenotaph. So this is exactly what you can find here, and that is all what we have for you here. You are welcome.